Well, we are live, you guys. You just missed it, and this tends to happen. Everything happens before we do the 3, 2, 1, and I was getting the skinny on the new Tom Lair. So he has a neat setup going on there. Things looking a little different behind you. So you're bringing us a fresh perspective. With tradition, you guys, I'm going to let Tom take the helm and do a minute to win it while I do the sure.
All right, minute to win it, guys. 2 weeks in a row, comic book look. We're on a stride, and I'll tell you what. Here's the minute to win it tonight. I canceled on John nearly 2 hours ago and said, John, dude, I had such a long day. I'm gonna be traveling next week. Who knows? I'll see you next week though, because I'm picking up my books on the road and still coming in. But you know, didn't know how my day was gonna go, and then I had to stay late from work 3 hours. And it's like 8 hours is a long day, and then bumping it to 11 is just too long. And then so I was like, John, I think I'm white, bro. I don't know if I can do it tonight. And then I kind of sat back, relaxed. My wife had an awesome dinner for me, and then I was like, oh, actually, no, never mind, John, let's just do a quick one. So we'll try to do as quick as we can, right? So minute to win it, baby. Minute to win it. Cheers.
That was the best one yet, man. Good work. Oh, man, we're already getting some feedback up in here. Derek is checking in with us. Derek, congrats on the win from the Pokemon stream we did on Sunday. We did a box break, Tom, of the new Pokemon set with Juggernaut. And Dan won the drawing. So
sick.
Or not Dan, Derek won the drawing. Derek, I'm so sorry I missed you. He was in town, so he's out in Iowa. And he was at Rainbow on Monday, I believe, and I was off of work. So that's a bummer. Chad's checking in with us here. Chad, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I guess we should open it up. What am I doing?
Oh, you're just because you got so excited from everybody hitting us up. So, John, don't read those 3 comments that came in. Stop reading them. I can see your eyes going over to them. You open up our show.
Yo!
What a sick shirt, by the way.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, man. All right, here we go. Hey, everybody, it's a comic book look. It's your boy, Jon on Demand, a.k.a. the Midwest Morbius, with that man bun and this amazing shirt. Ripping those old books. Love it, love it, love it. And of course, you guys, joined by co-CEO Tom Devine. There can only be one, Midwest Highlander. And we are a comic book look, proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics, and ready to just bring you some quick comic book or geek gets of the week, I guess, is what you say on Comic Book Bears. Shout out to Bill. I see you in the comments. But just talking about the books we picked up this week and any other madness that we want to ensue. So before we kick it off, though, Tom, how are you?
Dude, like I said in Minute to Win It, it's been a long day. But John, now that I'm sitting here with you, homie, you get, when the homies get together, yeah, dude, back to feeling real good. And as everybody can see, got the new setup behind me. Yeah, John gets the behind the scene tour. You don't. Sorry, maybe another episode.
It'll be its own episode. It'll be its own episode, hands down.
Yeah, but I'm good, brother, man. And how about you? How are you doing?
Life's good right now. I got one of these comments is really popping here. Bill, the new 51, soon to be 2, is in here from Comic Book Bears, longtime friend of the show. We love you, Bill. And I get to see Bill in 22 days, 23 days. I see him on the 24th. And I am so freaking pumped to hang out with Bill, with Steve, with Caleb from Comic Book Bears. We're all going to Heroes Con out in Charlotte. So with that, the hair is definitely going to be up because it is hot. It is warm. And so I hope that I can make it. I'm used to the cold weather. I'm a Yeti, and whatever. But down there, that's a different ballgame when it's hot like that. So we will see how that goes. Really quick, just circling through the comments here. Chop and Drop is checking in with us. Happy New Comic Book Day. Thank you so much. And we got Matt checking in with us here. Evening, everyone. Hey, Matt, how are you doing? Heroes Con says, Bill, that's right. And then Chad says Vader owns Obi-Wan. Hopefully that's not a spoiler. I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. We'll find out. We'll figure it out.
Wow, you haven't watched it yet. Ken and you haven't just burned through that right away?
We haven't. No, the new episode. I already saw 1 and 2.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Yeah. No, we saw it. And Tom, this was bad. I've been putting in so many hours, at the shop that we put on episode 1. I fell asleep. Because I was so tired. It was terrible. And then I rewatched it. I'm like, oh, that's pretty good, So I felt kind of bad because I saw parts of it. But yeah, I'm glad that I was awake the second time and I got to watch the second episode. So now we're on to episode 3 tonight. Also, I was like, I thought it was Fridays, but it was actually just that one time it was a Friday. Now it's Wednesdays.
Oh,
Sorry,
Saturday.
I'm used to a cadence. So
Exactly. Figure it out, Disney. Don't worry, I'm way behind. I haven't watched any of them yet, but I do plan on watching them. I'm excited for it for sure.
heck yeah. But yeah, I'm having a beer tonight. Putting my hair down. Figuratively, it is not coming down tonight. But definitely excited to talk some books. It was a weird week. Not a lot as previous weeks have been, right, in terms of volume. But yeah, interesting stuff. So I'll be curious to see how it goes tonight.
Yeah, totally. Definitely a weird week and Memorial Day. Sometimes those weeks with when there's a Monday on a holiday, some even shops get their books late and who knows what's going on with that. So, and so I know there's not usually huge drops after that, but I still picked up some good comics today. And, I have a couple in here that I missed from last time, and I've been reading a graphic novel. So let's jump right into it, Johnny. What book did you pick up? First one.
Well, we talked about this, Tom, and this might be in your stack as well. And my question for you is, why am I on the cover?
Dude, you look so good there, bro.
Rolled out of bed, and then they put me on the cover like, you're going to do me like that, Nice House? Really? I mean, I was like, why are you taking my picture?
Look at that. I think you look good, bro. You're in your sauna suit, dipping your feet in that blood.
I sleep with at least 3 chains around my neck. I don't know. This is really funny to me, but in all seriousness, you guys, it's not me. I know it looks like me. Oh my gosh, but it's not me. I promise. I just thought it was so funny, and I was telling customers that at the New Wall, why am I on this book? And they thought it was hilarious. So, yeah, I don't know. I definitely need to hit the treadmill. Maybe I'll get some steps in at Heroes Con.
What are you talking about? This dude is freaking a goddamn snack right there. Are you kidding me?
I got work to do. I got goals. But in all seriousness, you guys, this series has been fun. And if you're not checking it out, there's still opportunity to do so. At this point, I would probably recommend the trade versus trying to go back on the back issues, because some of those issue number 1s and 2s are getting harder to find, and prices are just going to go up on them because it's a hot book. So
you're right, dude. And totally, like, at this point, it's got so confusing. It opened it up so strong, and so, point to point, there was new things dropping every time. And now it's kind of been treading water for 3 or 4 issues where we're still, clearly opening up and it's getting bigger. But the trade it's going to probably come out in a really nice hardcover. It's going to look really good. I would totally wait for it as well. And at this point, I don't know if Tinian can even stick the landing, even though I spoke so highly about this book when it came out. It has been just the last couple issues. I don't always know if it's jumping leaps and bounds every issue. So we'll see.
TBD. Looking amazing, John says. Chad, Bill, I want to Photoshop blacklight posters onto that cover. That's fantastic. Yes. May have to get that issue just to have John sign it.
Oh, yes, dude. Yes. Oh my God, why didn't I have John sign it?
Oh my gosh, that's genius. Matt, thank you. Yeah, I've read great things about that series. Yeah, check it out if you have access to those previous issues. And I would say, if you're able to find them, locally at the local comic book store, be it with us or Lincoln or wherever you are, absolutely, check it out and give it a whirl.
Well, piggybacking right on that, John, is, we got James Tinian writing that book. So let's go with his new number 1 that came out today from Image, The Closet. He's on a dark streak. Something's killing the children, something's haunting the children. Who knows about all those books that he's writing? He's just writing a ton of little dark shit. So, I'm going to hop on the wagon right now. I missed that one. I'm reading it in trade on Hoopla, and it's great. It's a great book. But this is like an oversized book. It has the kind of style that I really like in like crime stories and different things like that. The coloring that kind of reminds you of the Francis Francevilla's, color palette. But I'm totally interested. Unlike last week, I haven't read any of my books yet, so I don't know what it's about or anything. But I would say if you are on the Nice House on the Lake bandwagon right now and you're jumping on it, this might be your chance to get in on the ground floor of the next Nice House on the Lake.
Yeah. And we ran out of that one at our store too. It was like, what issues of closet, so there were a few bum people, but I'm like, early bird gets the worm. That's the way it goes with comic book church. You show up on time or you don't.
So there you go, guys. That'll show it right there. So, second printing will be coming soon. I'll guarantee it. Tinian's going to get a second printing anyway. So, still pick that sucker up. Get ready for that second issue. Yeah. Awesome. I'm glad to hear that you guys sold out.
Sarge is up at the building here. Will Rainbow start selling buffalo wings with comics soon? So, we were just talking about this today of what if, and we like asking that question because Marvel gets to do it. And we were like, what if, so we share a building, we're in L shape, where we're down here and H&R Block is here. So what if we magically got the other half of that building? What would we do with it? And there was talk about, would it be like a coffee shop or a restaurant or, this or that or the next thing? And I was like, that's actually interesting. So I don't know. But yeah, immediately we have no plans, Sergeant, to sell wings with comics. If you're volunteering to chef them up, I would love to have some on site. Did I miss you guys talking My Little Pony yet? Yes, you did. I kind of feel that Tinian's going into the Ennis route with his writing lately.
I mean, I wonder what you mean by that. I mean, I'm a big Ennis fan, so I don't know if that's like supposed to be a dig at Tinian because Ennis can, or Garth Ennis can, spin his wheels as well sometimes. Maybe I'm not sure, but yeah, I mean, I would say that they're going in the same route that Garth Ennis, he does ultra violent, misogynistic, big, rough, bad men stories, and he does them really well, and he does them over and over and over again. And Tinian, he does scary, spooky stories that are mysterious and thriller-like, and he does them over and over and over again. So if you're saying like that, then yeah, I agree with you too.
Thank you. And then most importantly, where's Tom's mustache? This is doing that fun little thing where it cuts off again. This is why we're changing platforms. Be Live.
We're just shitting on Be Live while we're still on it.
Hate it. Oh my gosh. All right, my turn.
Yeah, I think it's your turn.
All right, we are on the road to success with this one, you guys. This is Ghost Rider issue 3. I love this cover so much. That demonic semi-truck is just to die for. With all things Ghost Rider, I of course had to get the Peach Momoko cover. I thought it was absolutely stunning, and just the simplicity but coloration of it just made me happy and warm inside. So with that, definitely loving the series so far. I am nearing completion of volume 2, but I kind of want to get volume 1 first, probably in trades, before I read volume 2. And so it's becoming this whole thing now of I have my work cut out for me, but I think that Heroes Con is going to help out with some of that because there's a lot of vendors out there. So who knows what I can get my little mitts on.
Yeah, so, and so many different people were on Ghost Rider that, you probably don't need to be a full completionist, John. You could probably get most of the story if you just read what you had. But of course, do how I do it. Of course, and that both those covers look sick, and Peach Momoko is just knocking out of the park with their covers,
just crushing it. Yep. Matt's checking back in here. Oh no, not a dig at all. Both are great writers. Matt, with how dark Tinian has gotten as of late. Yeah,
I agree with you. Yeah, totally. I mean, I think Tinian may be a little more scary than Ennis, but yeah, they're both, they both love to push the button on kind of testing the waters on how much can my readers take. Before people start getting upset with me. Yeah, I do love that, Matt. Good call, man.
Yep.
I got the Righteous Thirst of Vengeance. This is a great crime story from Rick Remender and Andre Lima Arua, and it is freaking so good comic book storytelling. This what's so good about this is it's a really show don't tell, minimalistic. Always every episode has like a every issue's like on a cliffhanger, so you constantly want the next one. This is when this comes out in trade, people are going to burn through this so fast because you'll just want to keep on reading. It is a great story. It's going to be one that everybody should get in trade, but yeah, I'm still really liking it.
Heck yeah. Boy, up next, this is kind of a mixed one for me. This is issue 2. I can't believe I'm saying this. X-Men 92 House of whatever. I can't count right now. I'm not gonna try, but I gotta say,
wait, is this? I'm gonna interrupt you, John. Yeah. Is this the section of the show that we normally do where it's what random X-Men book that only John is picking up came out this week? And this one is what was the name of it?
X-Men House of, and I can't Roman numeral right now.
No, X-Men 92 House of.
I can't.
Dude, I don't know either. I'm supposed it says 1992. I would guess. Yeah. I don't know. I love your fandom of X-Men, John.
I'm really trying, but it's just I'm such a continuity junkie to a fault. And so, you guys, I am reading everything X-Men right now, okay? And it's a lot to keep up on. So when you do fan service and you're throwing the X-Men 90s cartoon and saying, oh, it's kind of in the same setting of what's going on right now, why? Like, I don't understand why this is happening. I read the first issue and I was like, art was cool, I guess. But
oh no,
I don't know how to feel about this. So if anyone is in my same boat, you're reading all the X-Men books and you really liked it, I really want to know why, because I am not finding my lighthouse. I am lost at sea with this, and I haven't even read this issue yet, and I'm already upset about it. But
dang, John, yeah,
I don't know because it doesn't. It needs to connect with everything else that I'm reading, and this doesn't. It's just saying we're going to use the same scenarios of what are going on, kind of throw the 90s artwork on it and make it a completely separate book. So cash grab or not, I'm not sure what's going on here. I just need to understand why this is in existence at all. Like, how does this relate? I don't get it. I'm very upset about this. So if anyone else is checking this title out and swears up and down by it, and you're reading the other X-Men books, then I want to know why. If you're just picking this up just because you love the 90s cartoon, that's a different story. And I get that. But I just need to know, why does this matter? And it's really funny. I normally, on our other show, it's like, oh, these books are awesome or whatever. I can't. I don't understand, man. Like, I can't.
Yeah. Oh, the comic book looks a little different.
We're a little spicy. Awesome a little spicy.
Dude, love it. Next up for me is What's the Furthest Place from Here? Kind of this, all kid book, post-apocalyptic future. You can kind of break it down with this like Chris Ware-esque infographic that tells you about all the characters. That's kind of fun. But yeah, continues to be really good, and I have a feeling that people are going to be talking about this series for quite a long time.
Is it pretty awesome?
Yeah.
And
it has a lot to do with underground 80s record collecting and vinyl collecting and music and punk rock. So that's where I think it'll like kind of find an audience later with people who don't always love comics but are like obsessed with that kind of shit. They're going to love this book and be wanting it later.
Yeah. Derek's checking in here. I like how everyone has their old uniforms, like X Factor looks so 90s. And Derek, you're someone I'd be curious to see what you think of this book, because again, why does it matter with everything going on right now? Is it separate, but why is it trying to mirror what's going on? It doesn't make sense. I don't understand the why behind it, and it's bothering me so bad. And I don't know why, because I haven't even read the issue yet. Watch it be completely amazing. I don't know, but number one was kind of like a warm beer. That's how it felt. I don't know. Following up on that, Tom, I don't know if you're picking this one up or not, and I think I rung you up today. And if you're not, I need to know why. This is issue 3, foil, of course. We have Demons with Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo.
No, I'm not.
Issue 1 was completely mean and awesome, and highly recommend it. This is issue 3. I haven't read 2 yet. I still have to read that. But issue 1, I thoroughly enjoyed it to the point that I said I'm ride or die for the series, because it was just such a neat premise and artwork and it was fun. It put me in my happy place, and it reminded me, yes, of the X-Men run where they were tag teaming in again, and it's just so neat. Like, as a reader, I'm just now starting to get more involved with who is behind the book. And if you watch the old episodes, you'll know that about me, that I used to just read for the character, and now it's really fun to know, like, oh, who's on the ones and twos for writing, or who's doing the pencils, or who's doing the coloring, or whatever. And so this is fun. I'm glad I took a risk. I love it. Of course, I love the foil header. But yeah, if you're not checking it out, still time to hop on. I know that we have all 3 issues still at Rainbow, so definitely worth a look.
Yeah, throw those in my box. I actually just must have missed that. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Snyder and Capullo had a. Is that an Image book?
Dude.
Yeah, I just must have. I don't know. That first issue must have came out when I wasn't paying attention or something.
It might have been during your travels too.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. That's awesome, John. That you are freaking on that. I mean, yeah. Right, Scott Snyder, he did Court of Owls, right? He did some of the biggest lore that Batman is going to continuously have, and he came up with that shit, dude. So, like, yeah, I'm on board with him for life, you know. So yeah, that's sick.
Oh, Derek's bringing some wisdom. Look at it like a what if. It's just good fun.
Yeah.
If it's just good fun, I don't know if I have time for it. I don't know if I have time for it.
John is not reading comics for fun, guys. He's reading comics to know the goddamn story and what's happening to his characters.
I used to be the same way before Rainbow 2, John. Yeah, so Derek is one where he's always been really good at, like, the creators and stuff, and many a time he would lift up, like, oh, you should check this out, and here's why. And I was never like that before working at Rainbow, and now we start meeting creators that come through the shop or just connect with our show or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, this actually is awesome. So yeah. Let's see. Chop and Drop, where did you find that hat, John? I'm a Spidey fan. So this is a great question. This is actually through a company called Tokidoki. So if you go TOKIDOKI.IT in your browser bar and hit enter, it'll take you straight to that website. The catch is that their license with Marvel expired a couple of years ago. So worst case, you'll have to look probably on like an eBay to score hats at this point. And the neat thing about this one is it's a snapback. They also do fitted hats where it's a specific size. But for snapbacks, you're good to go. And this is definitely one of those. So I think I scored this one out in Vegas. I bought 4 hats. And Tom remembers these hats well when I first started getting them, but they just light up my life. I love the whole series. There's so many I don't have. There's Cyclops with his laser beam grilling like a turkey leg or something. It's just so funny. It's over the top great. And then it has the comic art on the underside of the brim. And so it's just, they're so fun. So yeah, definitely recommend checking it out. Chop and Drop. It's a great line of hats. It's just the caveat is they stopped making them a couple years ago.
Dude, I can't believe they stopped making those. But I mean,
it was just, you know, and they rotate through all of these partnerships. Like they were with Naruto for a second. There's a Naruto hat on there, which is cool. I just don't really watch Naruto, so there's no point in me getting one. But yeah, I appreciated all the ones that I got, and I got a good portion of them. I didn't get nearly all of them because they're super expensive, but they're great hats. Yeah. Oh man.
Am I up next? Department of Truth. I am 10 issues behind. I was going to drop this book. I didn't pick it up, and then John grabbed my pull list, and it was in there. I said, guess what? I'm still on board. It's still, I can't get away from it. God damn, I got to catch up on this.
You got your work cut out for you. Chop and Drop, yes, it's the same company with those figures. Good question. Yep, the unicorns and stuff. Up next, also a Peach cover, and loving the series. We're talking Strange with Clea as Doctor Strange, and I am just loving the cover. I love her style. It's just so quirky and fun, and that's really what I look for in covers now. It's just something different, you know? And honestly, this book has rocked. So we're learning more about Clea when... Never mind. No spoilers.
Gonna have to get it, guys.
Yeah, just read the book. Be informed. It's only issue 3. We got time. Check it out.
Nice. My last new book is Neverender Behemoth issue 1.
Yeah.
John was talking to a customer, so I went and grabbed books first, and then he brought my pull list to me, and I had grabbed one, and then also Nordstrom already put one of these in there for me anyway. So thank you, John. And I think the art looks really cool. I'm excited to check it out. These Behemoth have been hit or miss. Some are really good, some are not that great. But yeah, last new book I picked up. Excited to check it out.
Okay. I got 3 more.
Cool.
These will go pretty quick. First, you guys, when you see these on the shelf, get them. So there's been many a time where I'm like, oh man, I wish I would have checked that out. I almost missed out on the Werewolf by Night issue 33, 32, one of those facsimile editions. So this is Moon Knight, reprinting of #1. What a cool opportunity to get your mitts on the original story in color and get to check it out. So yeah, otherwise you're spending like a good $2 on a issue #1 that maybe isn't in the best condition, whereas this is it's in great shape. And you just get to see, oh, like the characters look like this and the artwork and all that. So definitely recommend it. Yeah. Up next on the X-Men train of books that matter, Knights of X #2. Opinionated I am. Love this cover. It really popped for me, and so I went with it. It's kind of one of those things where I honestly would have to like read the recap or just start reading this issue to get a feel for what happened last issue, because all the X books truly blur together for me, but in an okay way, where it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I know where this is going, or this is referencing that, or so it's interesting. So we'll see how it treats me.
Yeah, we'll see.
But not least, Carnage #3. Who can say no to good old symbiote fun for the whole family? It's been a fun ride so far, so I'm super curious to see how it goes. I'm flipping through the insides right now. I'm happy with what I'm seeing, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I always love a good Carnage tale. So
awesome, dude. I do want to say I have been reading this. This is The Walking Man. It's a Japanese book, so I have to read it backwards. But this is like the most quaint book I've read in forever. This is true storytelling. There's not that much dialogue. It's about a guy who takes his dog for a walk, and then maybe in the next chapter the dog doesn't go for a walk with him. It's with his wife, so he just goes for a walk. And it's kind of like what happens when he's for a walk. So it's just like a tour de force and illustration, and it's so good. I was recommended I've heard about it for years, and so I finally pulled the cover, got like a nice hardcover. Yeah. And I've been absolutely loving it. So I would say that if anybody was on the fence about this what people say is true. I mean, this book was absolutely amazing.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Sean, I see you in the comments. What up? How are you? Chop and Drop saying, sorry if I messed up your card sorting at Rainbow today. Lol. It's totally fine. So just so everybody knows, I legit was doing grab bags for Yu-Gi-Oh all day, counting 50 over and over again. And so yes, I do remember you doing that, but I was kind of cracking up because I deserve it. I was just way in the zone. I'm just trying to get this done. Tomorrow I have another 32 count of singles to do that too. But when you're doing 4 packs of 50 at a time, I make very quick work of it. And so it's just going to get nice to rock it and get it done, and get those ready to rock and roll to sell. P.S. Shout out to Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's been on the upswing lately, you guys, at the shop. And so there's a tournament in Sioux Falls coming up this Saturday at the Ramkota, the water park hotel, through the Yu-Gi-Oh site. So it's a regional tournament, I guess. And my first time hearing about it randomly was from a customer. And I was like, that's cool. So wish we had the opportunity to table there or something, but I
was gonna say, well, god damn it, why are we learning about this now? I mean, leave, I'm gonna be gone, but it's like we should go there and just start interviewing some people who are playing Yu-Gi-Oh. That's
get
awesome.
The behind the scenes scoop. That's right, the journalist that we are. But yeah, other than that, that's all the books I got. We're just in a time right now, you guys, of so much media. Tom and I are both just like, with movies and shows, but then things like work and adulting and priorities just come in the way, and it's just like, well, when are we supposed to do all this? For new books, Tom, I don't know about you. Right now, I'm like a week and a half behind, and then backstock. We won't even talk about that, but I got a whole lot of things behind. You can't even see. I need to lose weight. Jesus.
No, you look good.
Behind me, this is a mess. Oh my god, I'm taking this with me. Behind me, down there, those bright colored boxes.
Oh yeah.
That's all my horror comics from Marvel, and that's not including the long box.
And we're full of books you have to read still.
Yes.
Oh, that's a lot of work. Yeah, I'm way ahead of you. I mean, I only have the books this week. I have a Tupperware of kind of my books that I've been putting off, including Department of. You know what? Just for fun of it, I'm going to grab this Tupperware. I'm going to look at the books that Tom has been putting off reading.
Oh heck yeah, do it. Tom has been putting off reading. I can't preach, Tom. Like I said, I am way behind.
Okay, so the books on top I haven't read and I do want to read. So that's Comic Shop News. I did already read that. And then this graphic novel, I just haven't tore the plastic off, but I will be reading that. And then these are all books I did read. I just haven't categorized yet. So I'll put those over here. And then here is my book. This is the only backlog I have.
Wow.
Human Target.
Wow.
Because I don't have every issue. I missed a bunch of issues.
Okay.
So here's Human Target. The Search for Hugh. I read issue 1 and I didn't like it. And then I didn't pick up issue 3, and then I still have issue 2 and I haven't read it yet.
Yeah.
Department of Truth. Weird. Department of Truth.
Yeah.
The Rush. It's like I felt like I read this at some point, but it's still in here, and I don't. I still haven't. The Beauty, just never got to it. All these AWA books, it's just like I'm never gonna read them because I don't like them. I don't.
Oh no.
I didn't like them. This one, I feel like I should like it, and I just still haven't read it.
Yeah.
And then this has just been in there a long time. I want to read this. I love Copra. Draco, just another one I should read. More Departments of Truth. Oh boy, embarrassing.
It's probably good you're going through this.
So all the rest is Departments of Truth. So yeah, that's it. That's what I have.
Wow.
I feel like I could bust through those in like a good weekend or even a day if I was trying really hard.
Oh, this is fantastic. I'm mainly laughing because you're keeping them in a Rubbermaid. It's like a plastic sarcophagus. Like, I'm loving that so much.
Yeah, it's so I can take them in the rain, or wherever I want.
Okay.
It's the best.
Oh man, that's fantastic. Oh man, wow. Yeah, it was kind of a random week though, you guys, for books. So everyone had a little something to pick up. I don't think anyone at the register left empty-handed necessarily. So if nothing was in their pull box, they picked something up off the wall.
Good.
But yeah, next week looks to be maybe a light week as well in terms of just overall books. But then after that is when it starts getting crazy again. And the timing's good for me because, like I said, I'm heading out to Heroes Con here in a couple of weeks. So it'll help kind of save some funds and get ready to rock and roll for that. So
yeah, man, you're gonna have so much fun. I'm so jealous. Shout out to the Bears. I mean, you guys are so cool.
Still they put up with me.
And now they're John's new best friends, and I'm John's old friend now. And so
we need to get you on their show.
Yeah, man, I'd love to. Of course. I want to meet you guys. I want to hang out with all your friends. I want to go to these fun cons, But unfortunately, I've just been gone for like 30 days in the last 35 days. So I just got to I don't get to go to Heroes Con with Johnny.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's all.
Quick question we got in the comments here. Did Rainbow get the Gleason Hobgoblin ASM number 2? I didn't see it last week. I was really looking forward to that cover. If we did, it would have been a small amount. I don't know that we did through there, but I could be wrong. If we did, it was a very small amount where it didn't even hit the wall. It probably went to people's accounts that ordered it specifically. And that'll happen sometimes. But definitely something to keep checking back in with us on. We never know what we get in. Another place to look as well, if you're looking local, would be JJ Comics and Art. Sometimes he works a lot with Pat Gleason. Excellent resource. Definitely check those too. Yep, there's Derek. Would have come from Jesperson. So yeah, it would have been a JJ Comics and Art thing for sure. But I don't believe that we have any yet from what I saw, because I did see it online. It looks sharp. Pat Gleason does gorgeous work. But yeah. wish I could make it to one of those out of state farther than Minnesota in regards to conventions. Tony, that's cool. We have so many neat offerings in the area, and that's Tom and I are always saying we're 605 blessed, we're 605 strong because there's a lot of cool stuff going on, even just in town here. Minneapolis is right around the corner. Things like Chicago and all that, it's a little farther. It's nice to have close by. But yeah, truthfully, I think we do a really good job at getting some talent in state here. Definitely check out SuperCon coming up this fall as well. There is one in Nebraska in July. That's cool. Yeah, Nebraska shows are always awesome. We were really sad to see Ocon shut down. Hopefully Omaha gets kind of another leading show again because there's just such a neat community down there. And not to mention their stores are freaking awesome. So exactly. I love going there as a customer just to go check them out and see what they're like. So yeah. Well, gosh, with that, I think that's it. We promised we were going to keep it short tonight. Tom's got a kind of power charge before the rest of his week here. And yeah, we're just kind of cruising through this game of life right now. So thank you guys for tuning in and hanging out with us this evening. And yeah, Tom, any closing wisdoms?
No, man, we had so many people here tonight. Thank you so much for joining everybody and great comments and always fun hanging, Johnny. So yeah.
I had one more thing. I finally got the What If HeroClix released, and I got my boy Alligator Loki. And it's an ultra rare or whatever, or super rare figure. So Lucas, the guy, I call him the general, he runs the HeroClix, and they bought it. He bought like a case and got a dupe, and he was like, boom. And I was like, yes. So I'm just so excited I have my own Alligator Loki.
So. Nice, dude. Major score.
Oh, of course, strictly for display purposes with my Alligator Loki Funko Pop and comic cover that I got from Baltimore. So,
dude, nice.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight. Holy Hannah, participation was through the roof. I appreciate all you guys. I welcome your guys' wisdom. Tom and I are both humble servants to this comic book game. Some of you have been reading way longer than us, but we just appreciate your opinions, your input. That's the name of the game with our show, and we're having fun with it, and we love having fun with you guys. So thank you. Once again, we are
but also you're not smarter than me about comic books, okay? So just want to let you know.
But I might be. I'm just kidding. We are a Comic Book Look, proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics. If you're in Sioux Falls, come and see us at 42nd in Minnesota. If you're in Lincoln, Nebraska, 70th and A is the place to be with Tim and Taylor. Yeah, until next time, you can find us on the socials at a Comic Book Look all together, at Tom Stu Divine for Tom, or at John on Demand if you like me with my mean hat game. I'm just kidding. Tom's hat game is actually pretty rad too, and he had longer hair way before I ever tried to start. So, but until next time, you guys, thank you so much. We'll hopefully see you next week. But life's been crazy and it's summertime, so we're at the point in our career where we just show up when we feel like it, and that's a-okay. So until next time, whenever that is, you guys know the drill is always keep it comics for sure, man.